Zoom is a pioneer and leader in online customer transactions, and the company just went public. I'm here with the CEO, John Kunze. One thing I wanted to ask you was, you had $80 million in revenue in 2012, a really nice number, but you lost $4.4 million. How can you turn that around?
Well, we're investing for customer acquisition. We're bringing customers into the top end of the funnel, and they're turning into our customer model where they turn into gross profits of about $170 to us over 36 months. So we're investing a lot of money to acquire customers to build for the long term a very big company.
One thing that differentiates Zoom from maybe the other competitors is basically your name, Zoom. You're very fast in your transactions, right?
Extremely fast. We have the best, most convenient money transfer experience possible because we're available through digital channels. Our customers use us through the internet or through their mobile phones. They sign up and send in just a few minutes, and returning customers can just click one button, which is called Zoom Quick Send. You hit that button, and literally seconds later, mom has her money.
Well, you brought up a good point, mobile. I saw that that was 25% of your business.
That's right.
Do you expect that to grow, and how much?
Well, mobile just extends our value proposition because now you can send money with Zoom anytime you want. But with mobile, you can send money from any place. So it's anytime, any place money transfer. You can be on the bus, you can be on the construction site, in the restaurant, you can be home in a crazy environment with kids and dogs, pull out your phone, press one button, and mom has money in seconds. So the fact that it's 25% of volume after just being in place for 1 year is very impressive, and we think it's going to get larger.
Well, it sounds more convenient, obviously, because then you don't have to go to a money center to do the transaction.
Well, Zoom has that value proposition against offline money transfer. You don't want to have to stand in line, go during operating hours, fill out the form, speak through the bulletproof glass. You pay a big fee to send money offline. With Zoom, you do it all online for a fair and flat fee. And with money in seconds, it's just an unbeatable value proposition.
You have a partnership with Walmart, and it hasn't really generated as much business, I think, as you would have liked. So what are you learning from this?
Well, this is an example of a new nascent channel of ours, of essentially working with a partner who has great brand trust with their consumers, and those consumers may match the target market for Zoom. And the partner wants to offer money transfer to these consumers, but doesn't want to be in the business because it's so hard to operate. So we want to work with these partners to get our services to their consumers. That's what we did with Walmart more than a year ago, and we're doing it with others now as well. And it's something we're learning a lot from, and we're probably going to build that channel out.
Do you feel like you're maybe a disruptor because you're going up against some old names like Western Union and MoneyGram? These guys have been around forever. You're kind of the young upstart. So how do you differentiate your product from them?
Well, let's keep in mind that those two big names you mentioned combined have about 20% market share in this business. And there's a very long tail of other companies, none of whom have greater than 1% share. So it's a very fragmented marketplace. When we compete against these guys, the offline experience that I described earlier compared to the Zoom experience is just lights out, different. And so if you're willing to use Zoom the first time, mom gets her money in seconds, why would you ever use an offline experience ever again? You wouldn't.
What are you planning on doing with your proceeds?
Well, we have a real working capital at Zoom. We have to fund daily volume with our pay partners, and we take funding risk because we provide instant funding from bank accounts. And so we have a real liquidity issue at Zoom. We have $45 million of cash already in the bank. So these proceeds are just going to help us put more cash on the balance sheet so we can deal with that liquidity issue.
Do you think you would do any acquisitions if this is such a fragmented market?
There's none on the roadmap right now, but if that ever made sense to us, we'd certainly look at it.
Is there any country that is like the most that people are sending money to?
Yes, the markets that we operate in, they range in size from total available market sizes of $10 billion going up to, say, $25 billion of the 30 markets we serve, and it's a total available market in the markets we operate in at $82 billion of money moving from the United States to these 30 countries. So it's a very big market. Last year we processed $3.2 billion. So we only have 4% share, which means we have this massive runway to build the company.
What, is there in a particular country that you're sending the most money to, or the most transactions are going to?
Well, we have basically 4 businesses. Our developed world business, where we're sending money to the UK, Canada, Australia, Europe, South Africa, is about 10% of our volume. India is a big opportunity and a big channel for us. That's about 1/3 of our volume. The Philippines also, very big market for us, also about 1/3 of our volume. And then about 1/3 of our volume to Mexico and Latin America, and that's 17 countries in combination, about 1/3 of our business.
What's your main goal for this year? What do you want to achieve most this year?
Our main goal is to be a disruptor in the money transfer business and build to disruptor level market share. Take that 4% and grow it to a much larger number and be the absolute leader in money transfer.
All right, well, watch out, old guard, because Zoom is the new kid in town. They just went public. That's CEO John Kunze, and I'm Debra Borchardt with TheStreet.